Across more than 3,100 villages in 18 districts of Andhra Pradesh in India, farmers and their families have been experiencing newfound prosperity and a healthier life for nearly a decade now. In a region known for the crippling burden of debt that pushes farmers to extremes of desperation, even suicide, this is an inspiring change. A change brought about by a practice called Community Managed Sustainable Agriculture, or CMSA. CMSA is an alternative approach to agriculture that shifts from input-intensive to knowledge-intensive cultivation. It replaces chemical and other external inputs with local knowledge, local resources, and natural methods of cropping such as non-pesticide management, or NPM, integrated nutrient management, and intercropping. CMSA entails various non-capital intensive initiatives like digging farm ponds and deep furrows to capture rainwater, preparing compost pits, using silt from tanks to enrich the soil, and using locally available herbs and plants to make natural pesticides and fertilizers. The practice has helped recharge groundwater, improve rural health, increase farmer incomes, and create off-farm employment opportunities. CMSA can create win-win situations for small farmers, most of whom have not benefited from the Green Revolution technology. It overcomes the need to go into debt to buy chemical inputs and lowers the cost of cultivation, leaving more as profit. There is a 40% saving on agricultural inputs, along with better prices for the produce. Taken together, these can increase the farmer's income by as much as 75%. The process is also eco-friendly, offers resilience to drought, and improves physical and biological aspects of the crops in terms of their nutrient value and flavor. Further, the practice works for small farmers like Sattaya, Mangamma, Gausia Begum, and Lakshmamma. This is Sattaya, a 48-year-old farmer from the village of Tippayaguda. By applying NPM practices, he has managed to reduce the cost of cultivation by 3,500 rupees. He has now started encouraging other farmers to take up NPM.
Since I began practicing non-pesticide management, my expenses have reduced by more than 3,000 rupees. I have also been encouraging my fellow farmers to adopt this system.
Before trying CMSA, Mangamma worked as an agricultural labourer, growing just one crop. Now she follows the 36 by 36 model, growing fruits and vegetables in addition to paddy and other staple crops. Before adopting CMSA, the family was in debt, owing to the expenses incurred on getting their daughters married. Having paid off their loans, today they are self-sufficient and debt-free.
We are now satisfied. Yes, we are happy.
This is Gausia Begum. She practices a technique known as SRI, or System of Rice Intensification, which is a set of practices that use less seed and water and replaces chemical fertilizers and pesticides with green manures like azolla and natural pesticides based on neem, custard apple and other plants that target pests and spare beneficial insects. SRI makes it possible to grow more with less, which increases the profit margin for Gausia, and more importantly, has also improved her health. In fact, across the CMSA villages, farmers' health and that of their families is better now that chemical inputs are a thing of the past. This is Lakshmamma. She started running an NPM shop about 6 months ago. Her new enterprise provides all natural pesticides to local farmers while earning her the income to pay the fees for her children's education.
Now I have no financial problems. I have enough money for my children's school fees and also for their pocket money.
The NPM approach, that's the brand name given to the sustainable agricultural practices being implemented in the villages of Andhra Pradesh. It has been spreading very fast on account of the benefits that the small and marginal farmers could get from this intervention. It has reduced the costs of cultivation. They are free from indebtedness to the moneylenders because of this approach, and they are also able to get a better return for their investment. So it makes it highly viable. So it's a win-win-win. One is from the individual's point of view, the other is from the environment point of view, and the third is from protecting the consumer's health.
The practices in CMSA are simple and intuitive for the most part. CMSA represents a paradigm shift, a transition from agricultural distress to viable agriculture, and the transformation of lives. The key to scaling up sustainable agricultural initiatives lies in the ownership of technology by the community and institutional structure. The success of Andhra Pradesh in scaling up CMSA is a clear reflection of this, wherein the women who are members of the self-help groups and these groups, along with their federation, are at the center of the CMSA activities. Polambaddi, or Farmers' Field Schools, FFS, managed by the Federation, is the extension arm for promoting and training farmers adopting CMSA. Moreover, the adoption of CMSA can also benefit the country as a whole. India's annual budget has a large outlay for chemical fertilizer subsidies. However, such fertilizers do not always result in better soil fertility and enhanced agricultural productivity. Thus, CMSA initiatives can go a long way in reducing the burden of subsidies. For small and marginal farmers, CMSA can also pave the way for value addition and organic farming. Recognizing these significant benefits, the National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture is working towards replicating the CMSA model on a nationwide basis.
I strongly believe that this agenda will not be done by external stimuli. It has to be developed in a very organic way with farmers taking control and charge. What we see as an essential ingredient of all the examples in the world where sustainable agriculture has progressed, it has not progressed through government policy. It has progressed through people's action. And I think we have to enhance the extent of public action on this to an extent that it becomes an option. So when 2 million farmers here will do this, and 20-30% of area will be used in this, then it creates a strong pressure.
The vision focuses on a bigger, brighter future. By 2014, more than 20 million hectares, equivalent to 20% of cultivable land in Andhra Pradesh, is to be brought under NPM farming practices. A life free of debt. A life with food security. A life unshackled from poverty. A life free from the effects of chemicals and pesticides. This is the CMSA way of life.